The guy who at one point I really was convinced was not a human being, Mr. Albert Pujols, who just hit his 600th home run on Saturday. Such a big deal. I had two people call me and be like, "Oh, I told you he's going to do it today." I made a bet with a couple people saying like when he was going to do it. I thought he was going to do it on Sunday. I was wrong. But, hey, can't be right about everything. I've only been right about the last 10 things I've said. And with that, let's take a minute to appreciate Albert Pujols for a second. I'm going to run off some numbers here. Stay with me. Since he entered the league in 2001, we have 37, 34, 43, 46, 41, 49, 32, 37, 47, 42, 37, 30, 17, 28, 40, 31. Those are the home runs he's hit every year. The man that they claimed was declining and he was a shell of his former self on his way out of the game. The last 3 years, he's hit 28, 40, and 31 home runs, driving in 105, 95, and 119. That guy's the shell of his former self, the guy who's declining so bad he needs to retire. Okay. I'll give you, his batting average has taken a big decline where the beginning of his career, 329, 314, 359, 331, 330, 331, 327, 357, 320. Like, the man was putting up, he was one of the 2 or 3 greatest right-handed hitters we'd ever seen. And I still think he's in that category. He is so dominant. He is still such a threat. He has 9 homers and 4 triples. He's still on pace to have a 30 home run season and over 100 RBIs, and he's 37. He is the only guy who, before Trout, I don't personally ever feel like Cabrera took that mantle from him. Like, I understand Cabrera had the Triple Crown, had the 2 or 3 year run, but it took Miguel Cabrera in his prime careers, his prime seasons, to match Albert Pujols, who was 30-something on the decline. Albert Pujols has only never hit 30 home runs once in a non-injured season. That year he hit 28. Albert Pujols is a 10-time All-Star. He is a multiple-time Gold Glove winner. He is one of 3 players to have 600 home runs and 3 MVPs. Even though Ken Griffey should also be on the list, but that's a story for another day. And the other 2 guys on that list are Alex Rodriguez and Barry Bonds, both, who juiced up a bit. Albert's never been connected with any of that stuff. He's been a class act. He held the mantle of the best player in baseball for about a 14-year stretch. He's the only other guy besides Barry Bonds I've seen walk with the bases loaded. Do you realize the kind of presence you have to be walked with the bases loaded? The manager literally said, "I can't get you out, you're at least getting a run. We're going to keep it to 1 run." You take WAR, take hitting velocity, take any advanced metric you want. The manager on the other side said you're at least worth 1 run, and that's all we can hold you to. That's how great he was during the prime of his career. Do I think he gets to 700? I think there's a chance. I think he hits 30 home runs again this year. I think he has a chance to do it again next year. And then the year that's going to be really tough is 39 to 40. If he can get 30 in that year, he'll be at 7. But I think he's going to probably finish between 650 to 660 if I had to give my own guess. Which, 650 home runs, a 300, as long as he doesn't completely tank, will still finish as a 300 hitter. Like I said, the only guy with 600 home runs and 3 MVPs not affiliated with steroids. The best player by far of the 2000s. Albert Pujols, let's just appreciate how great this man was. Like, he's one of those players you watch and you're like, man, he might really walk on water. And even as he ages, and he definitely is on his way out at this point. I think, like I said, I think he's got two legitimate years more. And most power hitters kind of crash fast, so I think that final year will be rough to watch. But let's just sit back and appreciate it, and to sit there and think, you know what, I get to say I saw Albert Pujols in the prime of his career. That's something cool to say.